Hi everyone. In Unit 10, you're going to find the center line of a control chart for a mean and also the upper and lower control limits or confidence limits. And you're going to do the same thing for the range. So here's an example of a problem you could run into. Here we have data showing 15 periods in which they took 3 samples each. So in period 1, they had samples that measured 0.971 and 1.04. I think this is ounces. Anyway, the sample mean for that first period was 1.0033, and the sample range, the difference between high and low was 0.07. So they did this for each of the 15 periods. Now, they don't give you any information on standard deviation. So in order to find the upper and lower control limits, if you look in the readings, you will find that you'll need the standard deviation. Well, we're going to show you a different way of doing it, which is also in the reading, and that is by using the average range instead of the standard deviation. Let's get to the center line first. For the mean, the way to find the central line is to find x bar, x double bar you see I have here. All x double bar is the mean of the means. So we have the sample means right here. We have to find the mean of those sample means. And we could do it quite easily by going to data, as you know, and then over here to data analysis and putting in the sample mean column, and we will come up with a x double bar right here of 1. So that's what our x double bar is 1. That's why I have that right here. Now, to find for the mean the upper and lower confidence limits, what we need to do is to take x double bar plus or minus A2 R bar. So for the lower confidence limit or control limit, we're going to have x double bar minus A2 R bar. And for the upper control limit, this is for the mean now, we're going to have x double bar plus A2 R bar. Now let me explain some of these. First of all, you know x double bar is 1. We showed that in the previous slide. R bar is the mean of the ranges, the mean of these. You do that also by going to data analysis, copying this column in, and it turns out to be 0.0567. 0.0567. So R bar, put it here, R bar is equal to 0.0567. 0.0567. So to find the lower confidence limit, you take 1 minus the multiplication of A2 times R bar. Now your question is, what is A2? Well, in announcements, I gave you a table. Here it is. And depending on the sample size, like in our case the sample size is 3, you notice the mean factor, they just call it A here, is 1.023. 1.023. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and put A2 is equal to 1.023. So now you have everything you need to find the lower confidence limits for the mean and the upper control limit, either way, for the mean being 1 plus or minus 1.023 times 0.0567. So that's how you're going to find the center line and the upper and lower control limits for the mean. Now, we also need to do the same thing for the range. The upper control limit for the range of values is simply equal to D4 times the average of the R bars, and the lower control limit for the range is equal to D3 times the average R's. Well, we already know that the average R here is 0.0567 from our data analysis. We need to go back to the chart to find D3 and D4. And for sample, remember, sample size of 3, while the lower one is 0 and the upper one is 2.574. Here we go. So D3 is going to be equal to 0, and this is going to be equal to 2.574 times 0.0567. That's going to be equal to your upper control limit. Lower control limit, of course, is 0 because D3 is 0. You multiply 0 times R bar, you're going to get 0. So I'm hoping this helps you in the Unit 10 quiz and certification process. If you have any questions, afiducia@purdueglobal.edu.